morning. Welcome to Wonderful Wednesdays at Westport. We were closed yesterday. I don't know if you called or tried to come in yesterday, but we were closed because of the weather. So our end of the month, end of the bolt sale, which was supposed to be yesterday, is extended to today and tomorrow. So come on in and get your 25% off a yard or more of fabric, or if you buy what's left on the bolt, 35% off. So that's a great deal. It's a good time to be sewing. So come on in and get yourself some fabric. I don't have my new February calendar up yet, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you a couple of things that are coming up so you'll know. Our new owner's sewing class is this Saturday, the 4th, from 9:30 to 1:30. Now, these classes are online on our website, vacauthority.com. If you'll go to classes and events, we have an interactive calendar, and you can click on the class that you're interested in and sign up for it that way. But just wanted to give you a heads up for some of you new owners who have gotten new machines over the past few months. That class will be Saturday from 9:30 to 1:30. You know, our hours have changed starting this week. We're now open 9:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and 9:30 to 4:30 on Saturday. Next Monday, the 6th, we've got an all-day beginning quilting class. We've had several requests for that. So if you want to learn, you know, how to quilt from start to finish, you'll make a little wall hanging. That's a great class taught by Miss Barbara. By Any Club starts back on the 7th. On the Wednesday, the 8th, we have our new owner's embroidery class with Beyond the Basics in the afternoon. And we're changing up our embroidery clubs a little bit. So on Thursday the 9th, we'll have our basic embroidery club, which is Embroidery Club 101 for our beginning embroiderers who have had our two starting classes, our new owners class and our Beyond the Basics class, and you're ready to learn some more techniques. So those of you who are a little more advanced, who've been attending our embroidery club for the last couple of years, we're going to have an intermediate embroidery club and go into some more advanced techniques and projects. So both of those clubs are on the 9th. The Embroidery Club 101 is 9:30 to 1:30, and the intermediate club is 1:30 to 5:30. We'll have a Serger Mastery next Saturday, the 11th. And then we'll have Valentine's Day, and we're going to have a We Love Our Customers sale, so be on the lookout for the details. And then we'll have some other classes later in the month. I did especially want to point out the calendar block of the month. You want to tell them about it, Barbara?
Oh yeah, this is a great quilt. It's a stash buster for those of you who have a little bit extra fabric laying around. But it's an applique type of quilt, and we take each month and make a theme for each month. And the only thing that's alike on this quilt are the houses, the windows, the dormers, and the chimney in the door. And so everything else is just filled with your imagination and what you want to do with it. And so what we'll do with the first meeting on February the 16th, everybody will come together and bring their fabrics of landscape fabrics, house fabrics, things like that, and we'll get ideas from each other, and we'll swap some fabrics, and what one person may have, another one may not. So it's a great way to make some new friends and to have a lot of fun. And we've already got the patterns ready for you, so it's really going to be a great time. I hope you'll join us. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to call me, and I'll be glad to answer any questions about it. And on my quilt, as you come in and look at it, I challenge you, there's a mouse on each one of the blocks. So I challenge you to find the mouse on each one of the blocks. Sarah's already zeroed in on a couple of them. There you go.
Sarah, let's walk back over this way for a minute. Thank you, Barb. Forgot to point out when we were over here, this we're excited about. I don't have a date. I'll get a date today. But this is Mary Bauer's puzzle quilt in a couple of different versions. This is an easy beginner quilt, and we are so excited that Mary is willing to come in and teach a class for us again. So be on the lookout for more information about that class with Mary Bauer, who is a quilter extraordinaire. Look at the quilting on this is just amazing. So we're excited about that as well. We do have promotions coming up from the sewing machine companies. It's National Embroidery Month. Bernina has some great options available, which we'll talk about next time. With it being the first day of the month, everything's changed. I need to do a little bit more research, but it is National Embroidery Month, so all of the sewing machine companies that offer embroidery machines, which is all of them, will have some special promotions on machines that do embroidery. Russell also has some great bundles. Let's walk over this way on the Brother multi-needle machines. So if you're interested in that and possibly starting a home-based business, come see us. We're the experts in that field. And Miss Barbara, and we also have a great bundle on our top-of-the-line Brother, the XP2 or XP3. And so Barbara's going to just give you a little bit of a demo on the XP and let you know what it's all about. It's a very, very exciting machine. So I'm going to hand this over to Barbara and let her tell you about the Luminaire.
All right. Well, the Luminaire is a fabulous machine. And if you're thinking about upgrading your machine and want to trade your machine in, or you just want to buy a new machine that does everything you could possibly think of but cook for you, but it's a great machine. And I just want to show you some of the features that it has on it. When you first turn it on, it'll have your embroidery unit too close, and it'll say, "Wait a minute, I'm going to move it out for you." So it tells you to wait just a minute. So we're waiting for it to settle down. Now you have a sewing area, you have an embroidery area, we have a Disney area, and then we also have a design center, and that's where you go in and basically digitize your own design. Then it'll turn around and put it into a stitch mode where you can embroider it out. And that's just super exciting to be able to do something like that. Because digitizing, I can assure you, is not the easiest thing in the world. I can do it, but I don't like to. So I usually get somebody else to do it for me. So now when you put something in there, that behind each one of these things is another design, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 2 dozen. So it just goes on and on forever and ever on the designs that it comes up with. And so it's just a remarkable machine. So I'm going to select, that one. And you can either, all right, now up here it tells you what size it's going to be in millimeters. But if most of us work in inches, so you go into your settings, which is super simple, and you can go into it. Let's see here. Let's see what page it's got. Right here where it says unit, it says millimeters. That comes up, and you can change it to inches, which is fabulous. My mind doesn't work in millimeters for some reason.
No, mine either.
And then, and while you're in the settings, another thing that you might want to think about is like the color of thread that you're going to use. Do you want to know it by the color, or do you want to know it by the number? So if you have to know it by the number, then you go in and select the brand of thread. Like if you're going to select Isacord, which is what we carry, and it's one of the best threads out there. And then if you want thread numbers, then you hit that, and then when it comes up, it'll tell you what number your thread is, but it doesn't tell you what color it is. So we have all of our machines set on color, because we want to know what color we're going to use. And if you're like most people, everybody has a mixture of brands, so it doesn't really matter which brand you use, it's a matter of which color you're going to use. So that's really important. So I'm going to put it back to original and the name of the color, so whenever the color comes up, that's what it'll be. Another thing we have here is the embroidery background color, and so you can change it. Now if you're going to stitch out a white bunny's not going to show up too well in the white background, so you can go in here and change it to another color, and that changes your background for you. So but I always usually leave mine on white, because it's very seldom I'm doing bunnies or anything white, but it's important. Also, you can change your thumbnail colors as well. So you can do the same thing there. There's so many features on this thing, it's hard to even fathom what
What's
all
your
they
favorite? What are your couple of your favorites?
are. A favorite what?
Features of this
Well,
machine.
that's what I was going through, was to show you that some of the features are these things here, that I can go in here and change it, and I can add my color instead of numbers, because a lot of times people don't know that they can just use and you start using a number and you don't know what you're doing.
Right. That's
And then this
nice.
background is really important, because you never know what you're going to be stitching out. And if you need to change your background color, you've got to be able to do that. So there's just, it senses your fabric. It's got just so much stuff on it. It's just unbelievable.
Well, it comes with, I was just gonna,
It comes with several hoops.
huge hoops.
And huge
I mean, these are like, you can almost put them down your body, you know, put them over your head and down.
Right,
They're large.
Well, you're doing a jacket.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yep. There are other hoops. It comes with, what, about 5 hoops?
Yeah,
Something like
5
that.
by 7. Then you have the scanning board there.
Yeah.
Now, this scanning board is what you use to put something on, to put it through the machine. Like if you've got a logo, for instance, of your business, and you want to embroider it out, you can put it on the board, scan it in the machine, and through the design center, and then you can turn around and turn it into a stitch by digitizing it, and turn and stitch it out. So, I mean, you just can't beat that. That's just fabulous.
So it digitizes it within the machine, is
Right,
what you're saying.
right.
That's at it. Awesome.
Another feature that it has that I really like too is when you're in sewing mode, it's got a light that you can turn on that's a laser that lines up your lines so that you can keep your lines straight on your machine and your fabric.
It has the camera built in too, so you can.
Right. And so if you need to pinpoint placement, then you can do it with that camera. It's fabulous. I mean, there's so much stuff on this thing, I can't even begin to tell you what all I like about this machine.
We could spend the whole day, right?
Yeah, I can spend an hour or two, I'm sure. But it's a fabulous machine, and we've got a great sale going on them. And it's a great time to trade your machine in or get a new one.
Yep.
And you will not be sorry that you bought this machine. It is absolutely amazing.
I was just going to say what comes with. Russell just sent out the bundles yesterday for February.
Okay.
And it comes with 100 of the best thread, so 100 spools of thread, which you'll need when you're doing this embroidery.
Oh, that's fabulous.
BES software, which is one of our favorites. It's a very easy to use software.
And we'll do classes on it as well.
Yeah, and we've had some classes. You get a magnetic hoop set, mastery classes, in-home delivery and setup, so you don't have to, it comes in a rather large box. So we will bring it to you. And your maintenance for your first year, and luggage, and a slim stylus. That's a new thing, the new stylus.
Oh yeah, that stylus is great.
Yeah.
In fact, I was going to ask you to order me one.
I think it's in this box right here.
Oh, okay. Well, it may be, yeah.
It may be, yeah. But anyway, so it's a great bundle. We have bundles also on our multi-needle machines. As I said earlier, so come in with it being National Embroidery Month. We've got some great things going in. So if you are in the market for a new machine, whether it's the Luminaire or something else, we have got something for everyone.
And I was just going to say that it's also fabulous to do quilting in the hoop.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we do a class on that to teach you how to do that as well. And so this just turned out so pretty.
And that's what you would use that magnetic hoop for.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then here's a couple more embroidered things. I got a Mylar snowman here.
He's adorable.
And then we've done this little Mickey Mouse and Minnie here. Just a sampler thing. And then someone stitched out one of the blocks that's on the machine. So you have all kinds of options.
Is that like a quilting in the hoop block, or just a?
Yeah, if you have you can do individual blocks, then you can do the border separately. So there's a lot of options with this machine.
Yep.
So it's great.
Very good. All right. Well, thanks for giving us a little quick mini demo on the fabulous Brother Luminaire machine, top of the line. It has everything and so much more.
Listen, I hadn't even figured out all of it
Yeah.
myself, and I've worked on it quite a bit.
And we have several luminaire owners among our staff. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a popular machine here. So
Oh, it's fabulous.
anyway, we just thank you for joining us this morning, and come by the store, take advantage of end of the month, end of the bolt today and tomorrow. We love our customer sale for Valentine's. We'll be talking more about that next week. Lots going on, lots of classes. So we invite you to come see us. We, now that the weather seems to be abating a little bit, and wish you a great week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You have a fabulous week, and come see us. We love to see you here.
Yep. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.